Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry. We are doing a 20-year-old olefin. We'll call it a Berber, although technically it's actually a level lube, but yeah. Mostly the soldering and staining is right there. The rest of the carpet's in really quite good shape, really, although there's somewhere showing. But anyway, we're going to do a two-step on here, I think. I already did under there and put it back, and actually moved the piano. I don't normally do that, but the lady was convinced that she wanted to do that. So, and it was actually pretty light, actually. So anyway, we'll go over the traffic areas with the Oxy-Dry fiber pad. The carpet definitely needs a good scrub, I guess. Now, olefin really like they really respond well to the Oxy-Dry fiber pad. Well, any fiber pad, but the Oxy-Dry is very effective on them, I find. A major renovation in this house. There's construction guys upstairs banging and sawing away. Of course, we're just doing the high traffic areas with the Oxy-Dry fiber pad, of course. Don't need to go over all the carpet. There's actually a little hole in the carpet right there. Just slowing down here because there's some kind of a mark here which I pre-treated, so going over that a little bit extra. That looks like that's working. Increase my RPM here. Instead of 3 times per second, now I'm doing 5 times per second. 360-degree cleaning pass on the carpet fiber. There's a spot there I treated with suspend. Really packed down in this area. But for 20 years, actually, it's really actually in good shape, I'd say. Spot there. It's a little tiny one. Yeah, I think I got it out. Okay. A couple of spots up ahead of me here. Those are unusual looking stains. We'll come back to that in a minute. We're going to try this. Just have a hunch. So this has some ammonia as well as a couple of surfactants in it. So we'll see if that'll work. Sometimes that works very well, actually. Oh, that was interesting. But it doesn't look like it's taking those black marks out. Looks like a rubbing spot. That's what I thought. Maybe there was a chair sitting here with hinges that were dropping stuff. Okay, we'll go a little stronger then. Don't like using this, but I will use it sometimes. I know some guys use it on everything, but I don't think it's wise because it is a toxin, so I use it very sparingly. Also has a very nasty odor, which I don't like and I don't want to get used to. If you're used to it, you got a problem. That's too much exposure. If ammonia doesn't bother you, you're overexposed. Ooh, I can smell it now. But that'll dissipate fortunately very rapidly because I didn't use very much at all. And that's why I don't like using it. Because a lot of my customers don't want to have anything with odor in them. And that's definitely got an odor. Okay, we're gonna leave that be. We're gonna go to the Iron Man pad now. So I have this room, and that room, and this room. Yeah, it's actually a little over 600 square feet actually. So. What do you know, hey? Okay, let's do the Iron Man. There we go. Yeah, that's brightening it up. I thought of using the green stripe on here, but then I figured, well, there is a fair amount of packing down in some areas of this carpet, and the hog's hair is going to have a better scrubbing ability on that, because this is quite a hard fiber, so I'll opted to go with the hog's hair than the Iron Man. So two-step process for this particular carpet. But again, it's one of those scenarios where, you know, you're looking the carpet over, and when you're pre-vacuuming it, which I did, even though it had been vacuumed already, but I still did anyway, that's what I'm, you know, thinking about what's the best way to clean the carpet while I'm doing the pre-vacuuming and pre-treating any areas. And yeah, and that's one of the things I like when with this machine, with the rotary. I get so many different options to choose from, and that keeps me thinking. And after a while, you kind of get an instinct, I think, as to what is the better way to go. But it's nice having all these different options to choose from. You can almost sort of a finesse to the choices you're coming up with, or whatever. there's not one size fits all kind of a thinking. You're always thinking, okay, what's the best way to approach this particular carpet, this particular situation, these particular stains and everything. And now those that mark over there that didn't come out completely, I'll obviously try some proxy on there before I'm done. Although it to me doesn't look like the kind of a stain that would that the proxy would work on, but it might. We'll try it. We'll see what happens when I get over there with the Ironman. Looks like the stain that was here is gone. It was a great big stain. Looking good now. Okay. Just making sure I'm going nice and evenly. We'll get behind here while I'm at it. A lot more wear right in the center here than anywhere else, of course. Yeah, that little black mark that was here is gone. Anyway, I'll let you go because the customer's here. So thanks for watching. Have a good day.